What's up, guys? This is the Asian Pitbull here, and this is my WWE Smackdown review for 18 June 2019. And before I start, I'm just gonna say this. Moving forward for my Raw and Smackdown reviews, I'm gonna try to trim it to hopefully below 20 minutes as much as I can, because firstly, I feel that if I go super long, like 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour, is not as effective on a platform such as YouTube. And I just have the feeling that it's too draggy and it's not entertaining enough, and it will be more suited for either a live stream when I have a decent number of followers, or maybe a Patreon, or maybe a podcast format. So I may even change the entire format together to make it such as ups and downs of weekly Raw and Smackdown, but somebody else has already done that. So we'll see. I may be thinking of doing something unique myself, but end of the day, I want to still do recap and reviews, but to really keep it short and possibly find that middle ground where I feel most comfortable. Okay, so anyway, let's move on to talk about this week's Smackdown. Overall, it is a slightly better show than last week. Last week, I gave only 3 out of 10. It was possibly the worst Smackdown episode of Smackdown ever. I don't know. It has to be up there, because there was nothing going on at all. And this week is a slight improvement, but overall, for the Smackdown storylines, there's nothing much going on at all. But it's still better. It's still slightly better. So we start off with the opening segment. Of course, the champ is either opening or closing. This is the era of Kofi and by extension New Day, and they are hyping up the cage match with Dolph Ziggler. And then they mentioned that later there will be a match between Xavier and Dolph as well. So the Big E has a suggestion for the third hour of SmackDown, I believe, and he calls it Freaky Hour. Yeah, we know you like to get freaky, Big E. And then, of course, Mr. Dolph Boring Ziggler comes out. These three are in my shit list: Dolph Ziggler, Drew McIntyre, and Baron Corbin. Just get the hell out of my screen. Get rid of them from my screen. So same old boring shit. It will be me. Yeah, we know it'll be you, Dolph. Here's the fault with the storyline. Instead of going back to their feud back in, say, 10 years ago, talk about their US Championship feud, talk about their Intercontinental feud, maybe we can bring in some different layers to that, or maybe have a Miss TV with this. Instead of this just repeated, I feel like we've seen this time and time again. And it's just Dolph talking about it should be me, it should be you, whatever. Then Kofi just saying that, oh, you lost to me, blah blah blah. It's draggy as fuck, and I have nothing more else to comment on this, but to say that I wish this is finally over at Stomping Grounds, and please have Kofi move on to face a monster. So next we have the Xavier versus Dolph match. KO, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn came to interrupt, seemingly from Monday Night Raw. They want revenge. And my comment on this is that the wildcard rule really sucks, because now with this stupid wildcard rule where superstars are here or there, here is Raw, SmackDown, I don't know who is on which product, damn it. So get rid of this wildcard rule, because firstly, there is no consequences at all to this rule, and secondly, this isn't even a rule. You're just randomly having people show up all the time. Maybe have some stipulation or something about this, but I tell you, this will just fade away for sure. This will just fade away. Kofi actually shows some crazy strength when he, at one spot, he picked up Dolph Ziggler, and then with the double knees. So this guy right here, although he's a nerd gamer, he trains and he's deceptively strong. And I hope he gets a little bit push, maybe win a mid-card title, because I think he deserves it. Anyway, Dolph with the momentum wins with the super kick. So that's it. Backstage segment, just another mid-card jobber squad segment. We have the B team and Shelton Benjamin. Shelton is still employed, queuing in line to apply for the special guest referee spot at Stomping Grounds. Man, you guys are just stupid. Even kayfabe, you guys are just stupid as hell. So anyway, we see them talk a little bit. Then Matt Hardy comes out from Baron Corbin's room, and LOL Matt Hardy calls Shelton Benjamin Senior Benjamin. It's a different Benjamin, son. But I like that. I miss the Hardy, the broken Matt Hardy, the woken Matt Hardy, the House of Hardy so much. Damn it, I feel it was such a waste that they Matt Hardy, this reincarnated Matt Hardy, didn't have a world title run, because he damn sure deserved it back in 2017 when he was the hottest. So anyway, what do we have here? So they are just dumbasses, because if you want to be the special guest referee, it might as well, put a target on yourself right now and wait for Seth Rollins to take you out with his steel chair. Next, we have the moment of bliss. Okay, this is literally what I wrote in my notes. Coffee, Bailey comes out. Alexa isn't really your friend, Nikki Cross. And okay, they are bringing up the NXT history a bit. With Alexa talking about nobody wants to be her friend even back in NXT, and who's that? Bliss? Yeah, Bliss saying that Bailey is basically a liar and that she peaked in NXT, and that's the hard truth. That is the hard truth. That is actually accurate. If you go back to see her Bailey's NXT days, she definitely peaked in NXT. And then Bailey's hurt enough, punches Alexa. Nikki Cross tries to defend Alexa, but she doesn't hit back, so she's still in the middle ground. So there you go. That's your build up for the championship match. Next, B team. So I guess next time, if there are segments that I'm not interested about, I'll just skip them altogether. I think that'll work. Next, we have a tag match between B team and Heavy Machinery, and we have the Planet's tag team champion on commentary. And they actually mentioned that we'll see how Heavy Machinery goes up against a former tag team champions. So anyway, of course, Machinery wins. Then RKO out of nowhere. No, it's a Rollins steel chair out of nowhere. Takes out the B team with multiple chair shots. The crazed Rollins is back again. But you know what I hate? The commentary sucks. They weren't surprised at all. They I'm just so angry. They are just as if Seth Rollins is part of SmackDown, or he has already appeared. This is the first time he appeared that night, and they're just saying that, oh, Rollins, what bloody hell. They never even say Rollins from Monday Night Raw, the WWE champion. What is he doing here? He are not supposed to be here. And this is the problem number one with the lack of quality of today's announcers. Either they lack of quality, or they are still scared of Vince McMahon, or just the overall product sucks. Because if this was JR calling, he'll be going crazy. Like, if Stone Cold was your top guy, Rollins is a top guy now, he'll be, Austin, what the hell is Austin doing on Tuesday Night Smackdown? Austin with a steel chair, he's exacting revenge on anybody who dares to step in his way. This will be JR going crazy. But go and listen to the pathetic commentary when Rollins show up. Pathetic. Next, oh god, I got so fired up. Next, before the Aleister Black promo, we actually see a backstage shot of a limousine arriving. And whenever we see this, I'm hyped, man. Whenever I see limousine, it either means Vincent Kennedy McMahon or an authority figure. So of course, it's the product of his grapefruit Shane O'Mac. Shane O'Mac arrives. I like that. Boss's son arrives. Nothing else but limousine. And then KO and Zayn coming out. We know what you're trying to do. We know your history with Zayn. So now you're with him now. And what you're trying to suck up to the boss. Basically, we know what you're trying to do. You're very good in doing that, KO and Zayn. But Shane instead puts them in a tag match against the New Day later on. So then we have Aleister Black promo here. Same old promo as the last 2 weeks, but today's main point is that he knows why nobody wants to pick a fight. He doesn't really explain why, but he says that when someone finally faces up to him, he will change the essence of the man. Gosh, what a scripted line. What a scripted line. And this is so boring. This is the same as Firefly Funhouse. When are you gonna actually debut in ring and kick ass? God. Here comes the money. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Okay, so we have just the 10,000 Shane McMahon promo this year. Alright. Then of course he has to have Elias the Jobber to accompany him and Boring Tire to accompany him. This is getting boring the fuck. Get the fuck on my screen, man. End this storyline. He's getting out of nowhere. Luckily, for the first time in my life, I feel happy to see Miz cut somebody off. Miz cuts them off, and then they go back and forth again. Miz with the series of clips showing Shane McMahon getting his ass whooped. You got whooped, and then they just back and forth, talking about their father again. And then Shane says that no, Miz wants to end Shane McMahon's ego trip. So I guess this sums it up kind of accurately. This is all about Shane McMahon's ego trip. Alright, so this will be the ego trip era of Shane. And LOL, Shane says that Miz, if he wants his hands on him, he has to go through a tag match, and he can have any partner of his choosing, but he's only given 10 seconds. So the count starts 10, 9. And then a random R-Truth appears out of nowhere. How convenient. So it's good whenever you interweave storylines. I will always give credit to that. But it seems that you're just trying to fill up a spot for the 24/7 champion. So anyway, Awesome Truth reunites. Yay. And we have the tag team elimination match next. So before the match, we have a random AOP appears. I thought they were gone. Iconics walking backstage, and then we see Asuka and Kairi as well as Paige. I thought all of them were gone, and then they wanted the tag team titles. So next week we are gonna see these two ladies team fight for a match in Tokyo, I believe. I don't even know they're going to Tokyo for what, a house show. And then if the Japanese ladies win, they get a title shot for the tag team women's championship. And then it's funny, they end off with saying it's gonna be iconic or something like that. I don't know. So we're quite interested. The title should be on Asuka and Kairi. Next the tag match. Truth is firstly eliminated. Then after, when he's eliminated, meaning he eat the pinfall, suddenly the jobbers come out. Shelton steals his title, tries to run away with it. They scramble, there's chaos. The ref says that you can't just take the title, you have to pin the champion. So stupid. Then Truth steals it back, manages to steal it back. He runs all the way to the parking lot. And by the way, McIntyre with the pin, so McIntyre wins. And just a continued beat down on Miz, who is just a pawn. Your days are over. Your best days are over, Miz. Then again, now we cut to the backstage parking lot, and for finally someone who is creative and clever enough to one up Truth. So out of nowhere, Drake Maverick, who I applaud his effort. He has been campaigning so hard to be 24/7 champion. Congratulations to you. You're the winner. You're the champion. You're getting married. Props to you. And he basically shows up in the Carmella drag, which perfect for his size. Rolls him up. He's a new champ, and then he drives off saying that he's married. R-Truth, you look at the picture, he still thinks that was Carmella. Good shit, man. And I dig his shirt, 24/7 champ. So finally, we have the main event, Rollins and Kofi. See, that's why 2-hour product is much better to digest. Okay, it runs so smoothly. Monday Night Raw should go back to 2 hours. Rollins and Kofi Kingston, the top champs of their brand separately, versus KO and Zayn. And wow, oh my gosh, a surprise appearance by Paul Heyman, who was backstage observing the damn match. That's the thing I like about the main event storyline, when you don't forget that Heyman is still there, that dastardly Heyman is still playing mind games and scheming, and we see a good example of this. So I'm wondering, is Heyman full time, man? Because if he's not, and he's just doing this because he wants to continue a good storyline, props to him. Heyman is a OG. Heyman is always gonna be respected, and amazing, good stuff. The main event storyline, the purveyor of paranoia, to mention Brock Lesnar. Lesnar is coming for you, Rollins. I don't think there'll be a second time you're gonna hit him with the steel chairs like that. So take out everyone you want, but when Brock comes back to collect, you better be damn sure he will collect. And then, speaking about collect, where is that? The Bobby Lashley's manager? Gosh, I forgot his name. Seems like he just faded. That's the thing. WWE can't book talent. You just let them fade away. Rollins stomps KO for the win. The double champs with a feel good win. Okay, feel good moment with the post iconic WWE and World Heavyweight Champion. See how I'm still living in that era. WWE and Universal Champion. We have the shot of Heyman again, and we close off the show with the two champs. So overall, I give this a 5 out of 10, 2 points above the previous Smackdown, because it was much more entertaining, and seems that talent are putting in effort and they are moving the storyline. Because after all, this is the go home show for Stomping Grounds, but overall this is still very disappointing. A 5 out of 10 for a go home show. WWE, you should be ashamed of yourself. Asian Pitbull, see you in the next video. Bye.